study that said most Republicans today, even after this debacle that's happened in Helsinki and the nightmare follow-up stuff, and now we have tapes of Trump admitting payouts to Playboy playmates and stuff like that. They still are very confident. And at first you say to yourself, well, why would you ever be confident if you're a Republican right now? And the reason is simple. We have to prove them wrong. We have to. Right now, Democrats don't show up. And until we do, they don't have any, they're not worried. I've read multiple stories about the 2016 election, and one of the things that's fascinating is that many people that are numbers people that are much smarter at the numbers than I am feel as if the 110 million people sitting out the election, 110 million people did not vote that were eligible to vote. And it's fascinating because some of these people think just even half of 500,000 people. So if 500,000 more people would have shown up, that Hillary Clinton would have won, and she would have won decisively. That they feel as if that number, that 110 million, was the target number for the people that wanted to disenfranchise Democrats and progressive voters and moderate voters. That was the number, that's what you're searching for. And it really is not 110 million, it's really 100 million, because the 10 million there's a lot of people in that 10 million who are far right extremists, that, people, anti-government people and people on the right that don't vote. But it's that 100 million that they knew that number is where they need to be. They need to have a third of this country just not care. And right now, I see far more Democrats more interested in quirky and eye-catching social media posts, or to take a Sharpie and write it on a piece of cardboard and hold it over their head, like that's doing something. No, it's not. It's not doing something. It's making yourself look like you're doing something, but you're not doing anything. What's doing something is going on out and knocking on doors. What's doing something is going on out and making phone calls. What's doing something is getting people registered to vote, and then come election day, getting those people to show up. Right now, the Republicans are confident they're going to win because there's nothing that shows them that 100 million people are going to suddenly get off their butts and go to a polling place. There is nothing that they see that tells them that anything's going to happen differently. And it's a fatal flaw of Democrats. Democrats want their pat on the back. They want their attaboy award. They want to feel like they've crossed the finish line. And that's not politics. The reason why we've been screwed is because after 2008, when all the Democrats felt like they accomplished something, they stopped. Well, we don't have to do anything because we elected Barack Obama. We're done. No, we're not even close. And because people have sat out these elections and felt like that, where's our celebration? Where's our party? The reality is the problem with Democrats is, one, we don't show up and vote when we know we need to. And that's a criminal problem that we have that's led to this mess that we've got. And that's why Republicans are not concerned, is because until Democrats show up and vote, 100 million more people, most of them are Democrats. And if you get them to show up and vote, we'll change pretty much every seat in this country. We'll give Republicans 40 seats in the U.S. House and tell them to sit down and shut up in the corner. But then it's never ending. It's 2018, it's 2019, it's 2020, it's 2021. And what I'm terrified of is, if we do succeed in 2018, that these people that want to feel like we've done it, we were successful, we won, will stop. And no, you can't ever stop. This is why the Republicans, as a minority party, are so vicious, is because they show up every stinking time, and they show up every time. And there is no doubt that even you could have Trump shoot a Girl Scout in the face on the lawn of the White House, and these Republicans would still show up and vote for the guy, because that is who they are. That is who they are. They don't care. So you will not solve this problem by pretending to be anyone's friend. You will not solve this problem by trying to get quirky on social media. You will not solve this problem by thinking you're making a difference by holding up a piece of cardboard with a Sharpie word written on it, for goodness sakes. Get 6 people registered to vote and make sure they get to the polls. That's doing something. That is doing something. And make sure they're voting every single election. We have a lot to prove. And right now, the Democrats don't seem to understand what's at stake here. I shouldn't say that like that. There are a lot of Democrats that do understand what's at stake, but there's a lot of people I talk about who are far more concerned about bad-mouthing an opponent on the Democratic side or making up a quirky, fun little social media post than they are about going out and just door-knocking and talking to the people and saying, hey, you know what? I bet you're concerned about healthcare. I'm concerned about healthcare too. Hunter Cantrell is doing a great thing by going out and sharing his personal experience with the voters. That's how you win people over. And then you get people to vote. You think that they're going to show up. Doesn't cut it anymore. You have to work to get these people to show up. That's why, I mean, this is going to be hard work, people. This is going to be really, really freaking hard work. And what are you willing to do for it? And if it involves just sitting in front of a computer screen or writing a word on a piece of cardboard, you're not part of the solution. You're just doing that to make yourself feel better. Roll up the sleeves and get to work.